Capricorn, the year continues to get more and more interesting for you. I tell you, it's February 2022, and you've got such a cluster of planets there in your sun sign that hopefully I can help you make heads or tails of it. You've had that retrograde Venus transiting there with Mars. Mars is very, very powerful, so you've had a lot of energy, a lot of drive, but the retrograde Venus may have held you up till around the 29th of January. That was last month. That's now picking up steam, but then to complicate things, you've got long-standing Pluto transiting there. That's transforming everything about your life anyhow, in terms of the long view of your life, that timeline. But more recently, the retrograde Mercury is interesting. That's moved in there. It has a very, very important role to play in terms of your communication, and especially because it rules the critical 6th house of your horoscope, which is your work, your health, and your 9th house, which is legal matters, principles by which you live, your values, and also mentors and teachers. So for some of you, this may actually extend to the relationship you're having with your professors at university, teachers in school, or even those guidance counselors. For those of you that are maybe a little younger, that may have to do with some of the vocational guidance that you're looking to at school. There can be some issues or some confusion, miscommunication. All of those things happen under the retrogression of Mercury. For you, however, a similar sort of message that I just gave to Sagittarius is that it's quite okay to change your mind and to reevaluate what it is that you want to do, how you approach things. Maybe your manner of communication hasn't been giving you the optimum results. So right now, the retrograde Mercury moving across Pluto, it does that again on the 12th, then moves out of that sun sign of yours into the 2nd house of finance. Then that's a time when you're in a better position with Mercury's energy picking up, all of that confusion passing, you're in receipt of all the information, the facts and the figures that you need. And the 2nd house is your money, income. By the way, on the 1st of February, to set the trend for all of these aspects, we have a new moon, and that's critical because it happens right next to your ruler, Saturn. Very, very significant. And that, I think, gives you cause for optimism. This is a very, very positive month. Most people in the astrological fraternity would have you worrying about these retrograde planets. That retrogression only happens no later than the middle of the month. It picks up steam. So it's all systems go for those plans that you've had. And by the way, there is indeed, as far as shared money, banking, insurance, your retirement plan, any of those sort of areas where your money's tied in. By the way, I don't like to talk about this, but annuities and inheritances, wills, legacies, that sort of thing, are all covered by the full moon this month, which takes place in the 8th house of Leo. That's going to occur on the 17th. So these are important transits, and that focus is on the finance area of your life. As far as relationships are concerned, because the moon is ruling your 7th house of spouse and important personal relationships, then the full moon in that 8th house also speaks quite a bit about the income producing talent of your partner. You've got to be careful that you don't allow your emotions to get the better of you, especially if you're having discussions that center on money and the way that the two of you share those resources, in terms of who's contributing to the shared property, the shared business activity, if you've got a business together. So these are the areas that are going to come strongly into focus around those dates. That's on the 17th. And then we see on the 19th, the sun, again, that ruler of your 8th house, moving into the sign of Pisces, the 3rd house to eventually join up with Jupiter. And that has a lot to do with the way you negotiate. It's also a learning house, so we mentioned earlier the fact that there's some expansion of your understanding through mentors, through teachers, through guidance counselors, that type of thing. This is a time where I think more clarity, there could be some sort of aha moment, especially towards the end of the month when we see Mercury moving into the square aspect of Uranus, again, the ruling planet of your finance sector. Now, normally the squares are not considered a good geometric astrological pattern, but they challenge you. And if you're on top of things and open to changing your mind and being a little bit open to new suggestions, then that can help you to forge ahead and to make some real headway financially in your work and in your partnerships this month. I hope that's helped. I'm going to be back next month, but I hope in the meantime you will pop on over to astrology.com.au, which is my site. We've got a lot of additional information there, ancillary information that's going to help you to fill in the gaps, because this is just a very brief reading for you. Please subscribe. Send me your feedback. If you've got any questions, you know I'm here to help you with that. And take care till I see you next month. Bye-bye for now.